Elijah Moore is going to be a superstar in this league. Between weeks 8 and 13, the Jets rookie was phenomenal. He was top 5 in almost every category amongst NFL wide receivers. He won from the inside and he won from the outside too. That's where my Antonio Brown comp comes from. So let's take a look at the film together and I'll show you why the Jets wide receiver 1 was on the roster all along. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's Luke here from PLAJ, and I'm really excited to break down Elijah Moore's game today. I've talked a lot on the channel about the young rookies the Jets drafted this year and how exciting that is. But realistically, Moore is the guy that I am pumped to watch, and I think he's going to be the Jets' best defensive player in 2022. The reason I like him, the reason I think he's a wide receiver 1, he can beat man coverage, he can do it on the outside from the X or the Z, he's great at the line of scrimmage, and he is much better in the air than you'd think, being a 5'9", 5'10" type guy. So that's where we're going to start. Against Buffalo, man coverage, how can Elijah Moore win one-on-one on the outside? He's on the right-hand side of the Jets formation, the top of your screen. I'll let the play run all the way through. Does a good job exploding off the line of scrimmage, but what we're focusing on here, the ability to win at the catch point and high point the football. From the start, does a really nice job at the line of scrimmage with a quick release, wins to the outside. You can see pretty quickly he's even. The expression is, if he's even, he's leaving. Joe Flacco has the trust to let this ball go early, even though Elijah Moore's a small frame playing on the outside. Look at the ability to contort his body in the air and to high point this football, to track it, and to bring it down for a huge 30-yard gain. This is what I talked about with Garrett Wilson. The ability to have body control in the air. Look at how fluent he is. The movement skills to pluck this with supple hands away from his frame, turn his body, and it's as easy as you like from Elijah Moore. He may be a small guy, but the ability to do this on the outside is why he reminded me of Antonio Brown. This might have been my favorite play from Elijah Moore all season long, a long touchdown against Byron Jones and the Miami Dolphins. On the left-hand side of your screen, Elijah does a fantastic job separating at the stem and then having terrific nuance and understanding of what the defense is trying to do and where he needs to take this route to take it to the house like you just saw there. So breaking it down, Elijah's stacked on the line of scrimmage. You can see him there towards the top of your screen. They end up switching this to the Dolphins, so he gets the off coverage against Byron Jones. He does a fantastic job eating up the space. He gets Jones to plant his feet. I want you to watch the explosion at the stem, how quickly he's able to accelerate on this slant. Now, why do I love this? Why do I love the intelligence of Elijah Moore? This is effectively a bail cover 1. He's worried there's going to be a safety in the middle of the field. So he wants to flatten this route and not allow someone over the middle of the field to interfere, to break it up, or to stop him from taking it to the house. He does a fantastic job at the stem, exploding, flattening the route, creating space, and then the ability to have that explosion to take it 69 yards for a touchdown. Elijah Moore was spectacular at beating man coverage. He did it from the outside time and time again against press coverage, off coverage in this instance. He can do it all. From the same game, this time it's a phenomenal job beating press, understanding how to win at the line of scrimmage, but then how to attack the blind spot of the cornerback. Elijah's at the bottom of your screen. Look at the job on the release. The way he's able to freeze the feet, he gets him to stab with the wrong hand, and then does a great job swimming over it, using it as momentum with that right arm, does Elijah Moore. And then look how he hides in the blind spot, and he's able to make another fantastic catch away from his frame. We've gone through the release. I want you to watch it right now. The corner starts to get worried about where this football is going, about being beaten deep in this cover 1 look. So he turns his head a little bit. Elijah Moore sees it. He snaps off his route. He's able to create separation at that 6-yard point. And then look again at how fantastic he is catching the ball away from his frame. This is low and away. This is almost an impossible catch, but Elijah just plucks it out of the air and once again makes it look so easy. At full speed, you're going to see how fluent this dude is. Explosive with his release, hides in the blind spot, and makes a spectacular catch. Elijah Moore was doing this all season long. The most difficult place to win on the NFL field is in the red zone. The windows get smaller. You need to use that acceleration, short area quickness to find windows and to separate quickly. Elijah Moore does a really good job of that. He's on the left-hand side of the Jets formation. I'm going to let this play at full speed. It's been what everybody wants. And you think this looks like a pretty simple pitch and catch from Zach Wilson to Elijah Moore, but it's so much more nuanced than that. It starts with the release. A fantastic job with this little skip release. You can see the corner starts to retreat. He's worried about being beaten to the outside. He's got inside helping this cover one look. Elijah Moore separates. He's won very easily right now. But if he runs a traditional slant and comes back hard to the inside, that free safety has a chance of either making a play on the ball or laying a hit and forcing it free. So what Elijah Moore does is he's able to get vertical with his route to not allow that free safety to impact the play. Like we saw against the Dolphins, win off the line of scrimmage and then take that route vertical to eliminate middle field defenders. He wins off the line of scrimmage quickly, he's explosive, he's intelligent, and they're words you're going to keep hearing when I break down the Elijah Moore film. Very similar thing, third down. You're talking about the ability to win quickly, to separate, and to do it in these short to intermediate routes. Elijah Moore's on the far left-hand side of this bunch formation against the Buffalo Bills, and if this ball's actually thrown on time, this is probably a 30 or 40 yard gain. But you can see him on this whip route. He separates instantly and still comes agonizingly close to getting the first down. Breaking it down now a little more detailed, the reason he wins is because of his ability to get in and out of his breaks. Look how well he drops his hips, he turns, he gets low, and is able to separate. If Joe Flacco manages to throw this football right now, this is going to be a big gain. No one's getting Elijah Moore as he heads outside the numbers. Unfortunately, you get this defensive end getting his arms up in the throwing lane. Does a fantastic job putting off the throw. Joe Flacco's delayed, and when Elijah Moore finally receives the ball, he's retreating backwards and he's got a guy in his hip pocket. He's made up that ground because he's had to slow down. He's still able to re-accelerate and get within, a half yard of getting the first down. But at full speed, you can see how explosive he is, how smooth in and out of his breaks, and that's why he's able to win so easily and efficiently on third downs and in the red zone. So let's break down some other skills that Elijah Moore has that allows him to be a well-rounded and, in my opinion, wide receiver one despite his size. So he's in the left-hand side of the Jets formation, and he does a fantastic job in this cover 3 match type look, attacking the leverage in space and then opening up the hips of the corner and understanding when to get into his break, and that is so important. So you can see this is this kind of off coverage, bail cover 3. It's somewhere between cover 3 and man based on the looks and the principles. That's not the point of this video though. Where Elijah Moore wins here is again through being extremely intelligent and understanding when to break this down. He waits. Look at the hips of the corner opposite Elijah Moore. Have a look how he opens up the gate here and starts to retreat because he's worried about Elijah Moore. He's eaten up the space in the cushion and now he's worried about the vertical route. That's when Elijah Moore knows it's safe to attack. Look at how quick he is at the stem, how well he attacks on that deep dig. Does a fantastic job, number 1, being explosive off the line of scrimmage, number 2, eating into the space, and then understanding when to break and doing it at an extremely quick speed, explosive, and again, it's another 25-yard gain. He can make explosive gains happen all over the field. And in that way, you can just dump him the football and ask him to do it after the catch as well. It isn't always intelligence and nuanced route running. Sometimes you can throw him a 5-yard stick and you can give the ball to Elijah Moore and he will re-accelerate past every defender and take it to the house like we saw here against the Buffalo Bills. There isn't a whole lot to break down here. Elijah Moore's in the slot, something we haven't seen a ton in this video. The Jets loved him on the outside last year. He turns, gets the ball in this little stop route. And look, right now when he's about to catch this football, he's got his back to the end zone. He's got a defender 5 yards from him screaming downhill. He shouldn't be able to take this for a touchdown, but it's the ability to re-accelerate so quickly, something I talked about with Jameson Williams in his reviews, and then break the tackle and find his way home. Elijah Moore can do it after the catch. We saw that. They started using him on the gadget plays, but as an overall receiver, his skill set is so diverse. The last thing I want to focus on is something that impressed me from Elijah's tape all the way back at Ole Miss, and it's his ability to pluck the ball over the middle of the field, to run through catches, and then take contact and still control the football. Playing at full speed on this over route here against the Bengals off of play action, watch the way he looks at the free safety driving and he's still able to make this tough catch in traffic. So off the snap, Elijah Moore does a nice job staying clean. You can see him kind of stab off the left leg. He can see the flow of the play. He doesn't want to catch the body of a linebacker. He gets open. Right now, this safety is driving. Everybody knows it. Mike White knows it. Elijah Moore knows it. He's still able to run through the catch, to make it with extended arms away from his body, to put it away, and then to take the hit and still maintain possession of the football. The ability to do this, whether it be from the inside, the outside, but across and over the middle of the field in this scheme is going to be crucial. Elijah Moore is tough. He can do these type of things that a Cole Beasley type can do, but he's also so much more explosive. He's got great toughness and he's got very, very reliable hands. So guys, that's the book on Elijah Moore. I wanted to show you today why I think he can be a great wide receiver one in this league. I know the Jets added Garrett Wilson. They've got Corey Davis, Braxton Berrios. This is the guy I'm most excited about. He can toast man coverage. He can beat you at the line of scrimmage. He can beat you at the stem of the route. He can win with contested catches. He's got great body control. And I'm pumped to see his and Zach Wilson's connection grow in 2022.